of Brian Laudrup and Trevor Stephen, Marvin Andrews said, keep believing, Davy Cooper on the wing. We remember Gaza with great affection, the day the helicopter changed direction. Jimmy Baxter, he was pure perfection. Super Ali scores again. Well, let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Ibrox Stadium's calls me, and now I'm coming home. To think of life without the Rangers, you know that it would make me more sad. Glasgow Rangers is everything I've ever had. To think of life without the Rangers, you know that it would make me more sad. Glasgow Rangers is everything I've ever had.
Look what we've done to their tent, Ma. Look what we've done to their tent, Ma. Oh, well, we've turned the end to 55. I'm feeling so alive, Ma. Look what we've done to their tent. Look what we've done to your tent.
Good evening, guys, and welcome to the Gers TV Live. Sorry we're only on YouTube tonight, guys, and Si will be with us shortly.
We might be able to go in a minute.
We might be able to go on Facebook in 2 seconds, guys. We're having a wee bit of problem. But glad you could join us. Our wee system's all over the place tonight. Can we get the chat on there so that I can see?
Aye, I'm just trying to get the name before you know the...
Right, what a week and what a time it's been for Glasgow Rangers, guys. What do you think? A great time to be a Rangers fan. Look what I have.
Right, so I'll send you this one here to your page in the night.
Right, okay, we're trying to get this fixed, guys. Right, hello there. Neil Reid for Toronto, how you doing? Hello, Donna, 1212. There's no sound.
Joking.
Can't hear. There's no sound.
See if that's there. That's better now. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, guys, can you hear me? No sound, Sandra.
Try that.
Try that, guys.
Try that.
1, 2.
You should be using it, should be you get saying the lane to not see your sound.
Try that, guys. 1, 2. It's dead echoey.
Ah, that's because of the breeze over there. I know, but it should work better in
No
a second.
sound, can't hear you still.
Aye, but they're still wanting for the same thing.
Sound now, here you go,
Right.
Kyle's Goldfish,
I'll
here
fix the
you
sound
go.
issue in a wee minute.
First time I've heard you talk, can't hear you.
Should sound better in a wee minute as well. Right, let's go find the page.
No little sound. Sounds down now the Gers TV.
Get a minute and I'll change it if I need to. I think we're alright.
It's a bit echoey side, it's thrown back at me.
Right, try that.
Right, there we go, brilliant, Donna, 1, 2, 1, 2. I think that's it now because it's no thrown back at me.
Right, so 30 second delay the line. There we go.
Right, how's that now, guys? There's a 30-second delay. Is there still an echo and still can you hear us now? Still a wee bit low.
Aye, because it's like you're an echo. That should be it.
Tiny echo in the background.
Don't know what's causing that. Oh. Maybe your phone now?
No?
No. That should fix it. It's only like a hanky.
Bit of an echo.
Right,
There is that tin
I
noise.
know what it might be. The volume of the telly. Try the volume down. See how that sounds now?
Right, that's it, guys. Is the echo away? Sound is terrible, the night team. I know, Tartan Gamer.
Just gives a few minutes till we fix it.
Be tiny bubbles, Sandra. Be singing soon. Joe Wiley,
Better,
how you
right.
doing?
So I think we've got it sorted. So
Right,
just
better. That's it. But below said Donna.
right, should be fixed now. It's just because we had the volume up the telly. Right,
That's it now, guys.
I'll be on the minute.
Yay! Right, they're still low, but it's the echoes away, but they're low trying to hear us.
Aye, but it's 30 second delay, mind I put it up.
I know where I can hear myself throwing back at me side.
I know, it's the best I can get it in a row. Don't know why he's
Hello,
done it.
Chrissy Ladyweed, the Tartan Gamer, Scott White, Donna, Kyle's Goldfish, Robert Williamson, Mark Dunnett, hello there, how are you doing? Glad you all could join us eventually. James Peebles, congratulations to Rangers from a Queen's Park supporter, very good. Joan Milligan, how are you doing? A bit better but still low.
That's fine, just bring it towards you now, because I moved it.
Right.
That's what it is. Right, sit that there, that should be a lot better.
Is that a wee bit better, guys? We're trying to get this organised.
Basically, so for anybody that doesn't know, Facebook screen has a lot of problems the last 3 or 4 days.
Yes, right, there we go.
Right, all I need today is, I'll try and get on Facebook still, right?
Right, with Facebook, we're having problems with Facebook. They're taking with the page, guys. We're having problems with the page, so that's why it's not on Facebook tonight.
This is why we eventually will go on YouTube forever, I think, one time, so it's just...
So that's it better. Right, glad you all could join us. We're back to the beginning here. We got there in the end. Joe Wiley, how are you doing? Love the background. You love our background, guys. Absolutely brilliant. These are for sale, guys, so if anybody's interested, message the page.
Is that your phone?
No,
Is it mine?
that's the talk back. The telly's talking back to me.
Alright, I'll turn the television on. Aye, I get you now,
Do you know
right
what I mean?
Right.
Aye, these are for sale, guys. We've also got the bottle stickers, the champagne bottles, and the beer bottles. You get 16 in a pack of these, and I think there's 8 in the champagne bottles. There's £10 a pack. So there's 16 of these and 10 of these, and it's £10 a pack. So just get in touch with us and we'll message the page, and I'll get back to you on regarding these. We also have this. We also have this. And we have the big stickers. These are big stickers. Let you know around that way. There we go. So just get in touch with us, and we'll get one of these.
So the stickers, for anybody that doesn't know, you can basically put them on the champagne.
Yep. Champagne bottles or beer bottles, and it's like foam cardboard. It's hard. But excellent, guys, excellent stuff. So just get in touch with us if you are interested, and I'll get back to you. I am so much looking forward. Who's looking forward to Thursday or Sunday? Or both? It looks brilliant, Sandra. Hello, Joe Wiley, how are you doing? Hope you're alright. There's no lot on because we're on YouTube. We've got 51, I think, on here.
I think I know what the problem is. I logged into my, see that account I joined. Remember when I got banned for Facebook?
Yes.
When I joined in a rush there, I
You're joining your own one, it's the Gers
which
TV.
doesn't have admin to anything.
Right, alright. We maybe have fixed Facebook, guys. There's a possibility. Anyway, how's we all doing? What about the car windows? We'd love a Gers pic on my motor cruising about London. I think that would look fantastic in your back window.
Aye, these stickers would go in anything like that.
Get in touch with me, Donna. Send me a wee message and I'll get back to you. Aye, but they're cracking quality. Absolute brilliant quality, guys. So are these. So are these. I like this one. We've got Kent, Morelos, Arfield, and Gerard. There you are. But yeah, good. Sorry guys, I thought that was or went on to Facebook there. Did you get it fixed?
No, it's still doing it. I don't know if they're banned. I don't know if they blocked the page.
So I get a wee ban for Facebook, so I think there's problems with our page.
People.
They say 3 days, but anyway, I'm here. Tell me, what do you think? What was that goal? What did you think of McGregor's save? What was that? What did you think of that, guys? Joe Wiley, the first time I've watched it on here, normally watch it on Facebook. This seems better. Honestly, it is better on YouTube, Joe. Definitely.
It's better on it. We're just trying to get it for the people that watch it on the Facebook. Facebook isn't good to us whatsoever.
Why none of my bloody Hadges? discrimination.
No, more players will be getting done.
Any player you want can be done, but these are on the market. You can get these within 48 hours. But you can get any player. You just need to wait till it's ready. But you can get any player, so you can get Hadji. Well, Si's trying to fix things in the studio. So it will be two minutes,
if I'm not
guys.
fixed in 1 minute, we're just going to do YouTube only tonight.
I mean, maybe they just need to do Facebook, YouTube only, guys, because
There's no one to
it's
let us
not
into the
working.
Facebook page.
I would just leave it, Si, and
Aye.
just throw away
Just
it.
leave it for another time, right? So go to here anyway, right?
Right, just YouTube the right, guys. There we go. McGregor's save was world class. It definitely was. That was his pinky. He dragged that back.
So there's loads and loads to talk about right tonight, guys. I'm
Maybe
finally
a wee
in.
bit.
Right. Apologies, guys. What we need you today is we need everybody to let us on your Facebook pages post up the link so you can watch it on this. It's just we've changed things tonight because we've got the setting behind us, and something's happened with Facebook. We're going to have to leave Facebook eventually because it's kind of banning everything we do for stupid reasons. You play a Rangers song and you're getting messages from Vietnam saying that they're complaining about it. If you can like and share and get it on the pages so people can watch, that would be a big favour for us, and we'll get more interaction.
Just place it on your own Facebook page, guys, that we're on here at YouTube.
Aye.
Would be good.
Right, I'm going to show you something here, right, quickly. I'm going to put a picture up here because somebody mentioned it there, and I'm going to tell you my opinion on it, and I want everybody's opinion, if I get the right one.
Lots of tubes together.
Right, here we go. Sandra, I believe that this is
World class.
the greatest save ever in the history of football.
Definitely. Look, that wee pinky. Look, that's caught that there.
If you look at the two pictures, right, he's the very end of his hand is catching it, and then the second picture shows you it's not the end of his hand, it's the end of his pinky that's catching it. With the speed of the ball, with the size of the match, at the time of the game, the last minute, and you see him catching that, I genuinely...
Don't it like grim death at the end, didn't he?
Oh, I genuinely think it's a better save than the Shilton save, which was a world-class save. And I just want to know your opinions, guys. Tell us what you think regarding, is that the best save you've ever seen?
Absolutely.
Or how highly you rank it? One of the things I did notice on the game was there was their keeper made a fantastic save, and McGregor made a fantastic save in the game earlier on. Nobody's talking about him for the simple reason that save is that'll be a talking point. Between Roof's goal a couple of months ago, which is probably one of the best goals I've ever seen in my life, and then you've seen that save, you have to question, is that the best save that you've ever seen? Put the thumbs up. Can we do the thumbs up on YouTube?
I think we can do the thumbs up. I'm sure we can,
Well,
guys.
go
Can
smileys, right?
we? If we get smiley faces, so I'm sure we can get thumbs up.
Smiley face up if you think it's the best goal you've ever goalkeeping save. We'll get this yet. And this is what happens when we're organised. and put a smiley face. You get a thumb, right? Thumbs up if it's a
Thanks, Scott. Right.
Thumbs up if it's the best goal you've ever seen.
See, to be honest, McGregor's save was fantastic, but he still has that in the locker. We have seen for some time and time again. Hopefully he signs for another year extension, but I think he's got another 3 seasons. I think I heard Gerard saying yes, he hopes he'll sign for another year because he's capable of it. Well,
so, on that, what my opinion on that is, Gerard said that the deal's been done on the table. It just needs to be agreed.
That's it.
There is no way, I said it last week with Gerard, and again I'll say with McGregor, there is no way in the world McGregor would want to leave without doing Champions League football.
Yeah, definitely.
Another thing I'll say about McGregor that people need to remember, McGregor never played in the UEFA Cup final it was at the time, because he got injured in the against, was it Celtic he got injured? Pretty sure, and he never played in the semi-final or the final. So that'll be in McGregor's head for the last 15 years or whatever it was, 10 years, that he never got to play in the final because of that. So he'll want to get in there anybody. I mean, you start saving balls with your pinky. I mean, yeah, that's a
and it was actually his pinky.
If people don't see that, I've not seen the actual highlight, you would say they didn't save it with his pinky, but he actually saved it with his pinky.
Yeah.
That's how determined he is. So back to the point, that'll make him want to stay to get to the final, and he'll want to get the final, but also he'll want to go to Champions League and he'll want to keep winning as a winner. Whereas if he goes to the English League, what teams are you going to go to that's going to suit him? There's no many. I
do agree with you, it's Gamer. He has got more than 1 season left in him, but he's just, I think that what they're saying is he'll definitely be there for 1 other season. Do you know what I mean?
Right. See the way the volume is earlier on, if we turn the volume up for calls, it's going to echo twice. So I'm going to do the 2 calls that we're doing on the phone.
Right,
put
okay.
Them there and try that out, right?
Nah, that's fine. We're having to do things a wee bit different tonight, guys, because Facebook has threw us a wee bit up in the air.
Aye, we've got see, to be fair, right, see if we can get the numbers on YouTube. It'll be a YouTube show. It's a better quality, it's easy to put out, and it's there's no hassle with YouTube really. Whereas Facebook's just going to constantly, it's like the snowflake generation. It's looking for reasons to ban people. And
they're on top of everything right now.
Aye, we're affected by it. The celebrations in the last 2 weeks, we get affected by it, and basically it's not letting us go live for whatever reason, we don't know, but it had banned us for the last 2 days. So we'll probably try and stick to the YouTube, and we'll have Facebook back whenever, but if we get
Personally,
enough numbers,
I think YouTube is better to watch on.
Yep.
But people were kind of stuck on the Facebook
Nah.
because that's what they're going to.
they're just so used to it, aye. But people tell you the YouTube's better. Once you watch it on YouTube, once you won't go back to it. Couple of things we're going to talk about tonight, right? We're going to have a wee chat later on in about 20 minutes time about and I know people don't like politics, but are the SFA directly, is that a word? Directing their target at Rangers Football Club and the Rangers loyal culture? I say they are, and I've got a few people going to call up to prove that point, and it just might make you think when the ballot boxes appear. Other than that, just to go through these again, because we never really get a chance.
Nah.
So we've got a wee promotion we're doing, right? These stand-up figures are 10 times better than they look on the graphic just now, just because of the way the light shining on
Quality
them.
is absolutely brilliant, guys. They're a cardboard foam.
Yeah. So you bought one a couple of months ago.
I bought one a couple of months ago, and it's no as good a quality.
The first thing you saw was the quality, right?
Right.
Also, the Gerard one and the Gerard ones, no, there's two sizes. There's that
This
size
is a
there.
small size, but there's a 6 feet size, the exact same as this.
It's a bit bigger, aye. And as well as that, we've got Morelos and Kent and Scotty
There's
Arfield.
also Arfield, but these are the ones that you can get within 48 hours, guys. You can get any player you require, but you need to wait for it, maybe a week.
Aye, because we'll be promoting different players on it. So they 3 players are going to be the original promotion for it. Now, what you do is, if you send us a PM after the show, or send a PM to the page separately, and then we'll let you know the prices of it, because we just got it in the last half hour, so that's how we've been running late. And the quality of them, honestly, when you see the quality, it's 10 times better than what you see. It's hard to show you.
Also, these guys, these are your champagne labels.
Personalised champagne. Rather than us selling champagne, which we'd have to have a
Which had
licence
to
for.
have a licence to sell alcohol.
What we've done is we've got the stickers for it, and I'll show you the stickers and I'll show you it on the bottle. That's it on the bottle.
sticker
Have a look
there.
at that. How good does that look? Can you see that alright? Right, so that's the stickers, and they go in different sizes of bottles.
So that's your champagne ones. Right now, I'm out the ring light.
Yeah.
That's your champagne ones. There's 8 in a sheet, so you can get 8 in the pack. These are the bottle ones, and there's 12, 16 in a pack for the bottles.
And we would just
So it's
post them
like a
out
case
to
of beer, so you just get them to a case of beer.
case of beer.
Case of beer.
We would just literally post them out to you guys. If
Yep.
you're interested, again, just let us know after the show. And
And
also,
also
we've
the big
got
sticker.
the big sticker. Sticks on your
This
wall.
would be great for your back window in your car, by the way.
Aye, or if you get a Rangers room.
Look,
If you get a Rangers room, I'll hold that side for you. If you
There
get a
we go.
Rangers room, again, it's no paper.
fantastic. It's
It's-
sticker, it's heavy duty, it's
really
water.
thick
It's water.
quality. Aye,
Waterproof.
waterproof, aye.
It's waterproof.
aye. I was going to say it feels like two, that's two. Right. And there's also here one, it's not a
Right,
sticker,
that
this is
one.
actual, ideal if you're going to frame it, it's
And
really
that
thick.
is like that is, look, it's thick. Look, I'll show you there,
Show you the
guys.
thickness,
Look,
So we've had all these done today, right guys? And they're available. Just
absolutely
contact
brilliant
us
quality,
and let us
guys.
know if you're interested in getting them. We'll get them to you, most of the stuff we can get. If you live in Glasgow or South Clyde area, you get them within 20,
Aye.
48 hours.
48 hours. Give anywhere else, give me an extra.
And the last
a
one.
wee extra.
We've got this as well.
Oh
We've got
yeah,
these.
that's the cup. Yep, cut out the cup. Yep.
Cut out of the cup with the ribbons on it, and we're getting them done as well. So just give us a wee PM later on, and we'll let you know if we'll get to them in the next couple of days. It's ideal for the next couple of months when there's going to be
That's
parties
good
every
on
week.
my motor.
There's going to be parties everywhere, and Rangers supporters are going to want their bottles of champagne, their
Yep.
bottles of bubbly,
Yep.
and that's how you do it. You just contact us and we'll get it on the show for you.
Well, Joe Wiley, what do you have you ever seen a blue bottle of champagne?
Right, if you missed any comments, we'll go to comments next.
Fitzy Fitzpatrick. I don't know what that is.
That Fitzy Fitzpatrick's the boy that sent us in the video from Australia. He's
Oh,
Scottish.
right,
See the one
okay.
with the Australian advert?
Right, oh aye.
We'll put it on the page already.
Right, okay.
Put
Right,
that on.
okay. Right, where are we? Robert Williamson, Defo Rossi, not a mention about the 7,000
Turned
unwashed
up for the
that
Scottish
turned
Cup
up to
final.
the Scottish Cup final.
Yep.
There never is. There never is.
None of these things are getting mentioned yet. as I said, there's a few agendas. We'll speak about that in a minute anyway. We've also got the Rangers Celtic game, or Celtic Rangers game, obviously, we're away for him on Sunday. What your plans for that? Let us know what your plans are. We'll be taking phone calls later on as well. My pal Gordon's going to phone up in a few minutes, and I'll phone him, and he's going to give his take. He's involved with Scotland and Union, and he's got his own concerns regarding the political atmosphere in Scotland now regarding Rangers and their support, so I'll get him in a minute. And other than that, it's just if he's want to chat about it, let us know. We need to get the numbers up if we can. We're no bad doing it on the YouTube, but see if we can just get more people putting it on the Facebook, just sharing it. We'll do that. Do we have a competition?
Scott Monkmantel just messaged me there, said he can't comment on the YouTube page. I don't know why. I have no idea.
Don't know.
Because everybody there's can, Scott.
If you put a comment on there, if it's one or two, we'll probably catch you on it, but I don't know.
If you message me, I can read it out for you if you like that. My wee cousin, it's her cousin.
And thing as well, just a wee shout out, because she's helped us a few times with Fiona doing the Broxy Bears again.
Yes, she's also doing her Easter balloons. She put it on my page now. She's doing the Easter eggs.
Aye.
With the balloons and that in it.
She's doing the Bouncy Castle. She's a good Ranger supporter, but she's got the Broxy Bear costume. She's wanting that at Rangers event, because it looks like we're going to be in the pub soon again.
Yeah, I know. 26.
Guys, no enough thumbs up. Tell me again if you think this is the greatest save ever. I like thumbs up if you think this is the greatest save you've ever seen in a game of football. Saved by the Pinky. Keep the thumbs going.
Look at that, it's right on the Pinky.
It's no on the comments, it's a live chat, you need to be on for that. Good point, Jim Trotter. Jim's right on the ball for that, but look, he's saving that with his Pinky. Tell me you've seen a better save anywhere, tell me who it was in, because I think that's the best save you're going to see in a long time.
Definitely. What did Jim say? Comments are disabled. This is a live chat. Oh, get you. Alright.
So you need to click into the live chat and comment.
Right.
You can't
right, Scott, you need to click into the live chat and...
What's happening? See, just a quick one. That rally around the Rangers in the Pavilion, what's happening with the one that was organised?
Oh, we got their money back for that because it was...
Oh, did they?
Aye,
right,
they got their money back for that.
And but it's on again
in the
if you want to
Pavilion.
watch it.
Stephen McCormick, is it?
I'm assuming it is if it's on the...
It must be back on the Pavilion.
So
Do you have confirmation of that?
Right, I'm going to chime in a phone call.
Mark's meeting, how you doing? Stephen McCormick, Neil Reid.
We're getting more people now. See if we just keep liking and sharing, we'll get them on it.
How you all doing, guys?
We'll figure out how we do the Facebook, how we get around this problem next week.
I bet you didn't pick his nose after that save.
Right.
Nobody's Pinky anyway, Joe.
This might not be the best of quality, so it's something we need to do because of the fact that the television's decided to play up
he got his
as well.
tickets. Very good.
Hello, Gordon.
Hi.
How you doing, mate? Si and Sandra here at Gers TV. I've had to phone you on the mobile instead because of a technical issue. How's things, pal?
Alright, good. Yourself?
All good. Just before we go, just give us a wee thumbs up. People let us know you can hear them all right. We're going to just discuss, Gordon, about the political atmosphere in Scottish football just now in Glasgow. How you, or Scotland, how you feel. I'm concerned, Gordon, at the fact that people are saying it on the forums that they've been contacting, they've got COVID-19 symptoms, and when they've contacted the call centres for it, they've been asked the first question, were you at Ibrox Stadium or George Square? That and the way the media's behaved on it, I think there's a definite bias here, and it's to do with the elections coming up. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, well, that'd be a bit odd if they're asking that question. That is obviously some kind of leading question, so they can build up some kind of backfire against Rangers. I think that the kind of general feeling I've got about politics and football is that ever since the SNP came to power, the vast majority of the kind of ministers they're kind of in bed with Celtic for whatever reason they choose to be that, and I think recently it's just been an excuse to kind of let rip at Rangers. Yeah.
I mean, God, there's been some incidents as well you spoke to me in the past about regarding there's a clear bias against Rangers and a clear bias for Celtic. Do you want to give the people watching some examples?
Yeah, well, probably don't have time to go into absolute everything, but I mean, if you look back as I think 2014, I think there was a bit of a kind of scandal where the SNP got together with the EU to get kind of like funding for land at Lennoxtown. Yeah. I think everyone's forgotten about that, and then there's a bit of a cover up after it because there was some freedom of information requests which were denied, which is symptomatic of the current administration. But again, probably don't have time to go into that either. Couple of MSPs, couple of MPs, guys like John Mason, I think Shettleston MSP. He's just, well, again, you could probably devote a whole show to his behaviour.
I know.
Yeah.
You've got various, you Natalie McGarry. She's now obviously been disgraced, but she was certainly she couldn't help but put up pictures at Celtic Park on Twitter. Her and John Mason. You've got the current Justice Secretary, which is ironic.
Yeah.
Hamza Youssef. He's been very forward and going to pubs with his Celtic hoodie on and get photographs taken. And now, ironically enough, we get a guy who is not shy about advertising his affiliation with Celtic, now in charge of deciding things that are affecting Rangers. I mean, if there's not kind of like, a conflict interest there or a bias there, then I'm not sure what is. So,
God, just a question. The thing that comes up sometimes on the show, and no doubt somebody will post it tonight. Football has got nothing to do with politics, and politics has got nothing to do with football. I would say those days have changed. What's your opinion there?
Well, I think that in an ideal world we wouldn't want the two to be separate. But when you've got a political party that are clearly wanting and willing to identify themselves with a football club, i.e. Celtic, then they bring it into themselves. And when the First Minister and when the Deputy First Minister go to press conferences and they accuse clubs of things, not just Rangers, but when they talk about football, then they are responsible. They bring football into politics. It's not the other way about. We wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't for the actions of this administration. Then we wouldn't be talking about it. So it's and there has been over the last 5, 10, 15, even 20 years. There is a wider issue of a cultural attack on anything that is establishment or UK or pro UK, and that's just a fact of life.
Yeah, last week. If people want to
bury their head in the sand about it, then that's up to them. But when politicians bring football into politics, then it does become part of it.
Gordon, last week I said that one of the reasons I think they're doing it is they identify Ibrox Stadium and Rangers as maybe the last bastion of the Union flag, the flag that these politicians hate. I think if they get Rangers, they can start knocking down the rest of the Unionist community.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of truth to that. Unfortunately, I don't think it stops at Rangers. If you look at things like the Royal Legion, for example, they try to take the word British out of that.
Mm-hmm.
They actually spend, I don't know if you know this, but a large part of the kind of civil service in Scotland's time is actually taken up by writing letters to companies saying, please don't use British flags in your produce, rather than try to sort out the education system or the economy or COVID, response to COVID.
Or clean up Govan Hall.
There's a lot more time spent on trying to get the UK flag out of things and actually sorting things out and dealing with the issues that actually matter to a lot of people.
Yeah. Just lastly, Gordon, we've been pals for years. We have a lot of debates and a lot of disagreements, and a lot of times on Facebook you say to me and debate you say to me I believe in conspiracies or I'm maybe paranoid. Just a yes or no here. Would you agree that would you say yes or that you agree that there is definitely concerns for the Rangers support regarding the SNP and governance?
100% yes. There's no doubt in my mind, and if anybody that looks at it objectively, then there can be no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
What can we do about that, lastly?
Well, hopefully we've not. I think we've still got the chance to reverse it. I think the referendum in 2014 should have been a wake-up call, but again, almost fully 7 years later, and we're still at this point where we're trying to defend ourselves. And I think we have to be. I think the community leaders and politicians, there has to be more positivity about the UK. The UK has done again a positive force in the world, and it's a big country, big economy. I mean, we should be proud of the fact we're British, not sulking away and hiding it and trying to hide our flags. We should be proud of the fact that we're British, and we need more people to stand up for British values.
Definitely.
Excellent. Oh, brilliant call, Gordon. Thank you very much for that, mate.
It's okay.
Brilliant. Any other messages before that?
Guys, so well done.
No problem, mate, and we'll catch up with you soon, alright?
Thanks for calling in.
Alright, no problem. Speak to you soon.
Speak to you later.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Bye.
So that's Gordon.
There we go,
Gordon's been
guys.
involved with a lot of things like the Scotland and Union campaigns
It's a
and
bit
that.
out of order that they're asking. The first question they're asking you is
They
if
shouldn't-
you're a Rangers, like have
Aye.
you been to George Square or be Ibrox at the weekend?
There's a million questions they could be asking, but why do they want to know if you're a Rangers supporter, basically?
I know.
They're not asking you at George Square, they're asking you at Rangers.
That's it.
That's what they're meaning with that.
The Tartan Gamer said the help and support he gets now for living down south has saved his life. I read above there he suffers for SPD, what is it?
Aye.
You know what I mean?
I'll get it, aye. PD.
Aye. There we go. The SNP have an issue with unionists. I'm a veteran and I suffer from PTSD, and I still had no help from the Scottish Government, along with a few other veterans I know. They do nothing, honestly. There's like veterans I know are on the streets and they do nothing for them.
Aye.
Absolutely nothing.
They should have
So
been.
that guy's went down south before
just
they get
to
help.
looked after. If anybody can't see the agenda that's happening there, and I don't just mean with the political side, I'm going to speak to Mark Bimwell in a minute regarding the media side. We're getting attacked at every angle here, and this is where Rangers winning one league title. One league title won, and what's happened, every angle they're going to try and attack us. That the more successful the club gets in coming back. Remember how we were treated and the way we were put down in the first place. Remember before that, the protest when the fans tried to warn what was going on and we were shot down. The media didn't want to back any campaigns, and then you look at it, what's happened. What's going to happen in the future is just going to keep getting worse. It's not a great subject to talk about, but it's a subject that needs to be tackled,
addressed, aye.
because if it doesn't, we're just going to keep
Wonder
getting
where
hammered.
Sue Bell is tonight, remember she
Aye,
came on?
aye.
Wonder where she is tonight. Voted Scottish Conservative and Unionist Party.
Yeah.
It's a typical of our homeless Scottish executive ramping up to the anti-Rangers and anti-British hate for bile before the election, use of our votes to oust the SNP in May. Listen, I would love for May for everybody to cast their votes and get her out. She needs to be out. We're doing everything to get rid of our culture and what we stand for. They're doing their utmost to get rid of everything concerning us.
I'll give Big Mark a call now. He wanted to say a few words just regarding the media side of it, because every time I read the papers now, it's saying the same thing.
I would love to come on and spend some time and share my experience.
Get in touch with us after the show. Mark,
Definitely, Mark Tartan Gamer.
how you doing? It's Science and at Gers TV. I've got you on the mobile tonight just due to technical issues. How's things, pal?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
I don't know if you heard the last call. Gordon was on from Scotland and Union, just explaining his concerns regarding the SNP and the political worries towards the Rangers support in particular. And you've been on for the last couple of weeks, obviously, or the last couple of months you've been coming on. And again, you've seen this week, would I be right in saying that the only subject that the media appear to be talking about when they're talking about COVID and the public, it seems to be the Rangers related at all times?
I mean, I think they're in a feeding frenzy, and you've got a toxic mix between the newspapers and the government, and the government's made it very clear. You know, we want their heads. You know, we're not happy. We're going to have a summit. We're going to talk to the clubs and whatever. I think it's quite simple. There was no force on earth was going to stop people having a party the other week.
Yeah.
And in a normal society, people would accept that. You know, punters have turned up. They've blown off a bit of steam. There's also, in terms of the virus, there's now 23 million people in Britain have been vaccinated. That's the highest, it's the second highest percentage of population in the whole world after Israel. And I'll just throw in Israel because they don't like Israel either.
Very true.
You've also got the fact that most of the people that were out there were young. And the young are the people who are least likely to have it, least likely to carry it, and least likely to spread it. Add into that, you're talking there's maybe 1 in 353 people have got the virus. So the chances of it becoming a super spreader event was 0. And when Willie Rennie for the Lib Dems asked Sturgeon that in Holyrood last week, she couldn't give an answer because she didn't want to say no, it couldn't be. But at the same time, she couldn't say yes because scientifically the facts don't support that. So in any other country, this would be a one-day wonder. Yeah. The fans have turned up, blah, blah, blah. But because there's this political dimension to it, you've had it rolling on for 10 days. It will be a fortnight this weekend. So, you know, it's obviously an attack. Some papers are better than others. I think particularly atrocious has been the Evening Times.
Yeah.
Last week in one 48-hour period, they had 19 anti-Ranger stories. I mean, you know, there was no balance, no attempt at balance, no attempt at fairness. It was just hate. Today, they've actually got a front page saying the Rangers fans event could spread the virus. When you actually read what that's based on, it's a quote for somebody saying, we've had a few reports that Rangers fans caught the virus in George Square. So what's a few? Is it 1?
Yeah.
Is it 2? Is it 20? Is it 100?
Mark, the other thing, sorry to interrupt you, but there was reports I've seen on Facebook today saying that the reason that they actually put Rangers on that was if they're asking a question to people when they phone in regarding they've got symptoms and they're saying, were you at George Square, were you at Ibrox? So they're looking for people to say yes to that.
Yeah, well, I mean, as I say, I think that's you've got the frenzy of hatred against the club, because, you know, frankly, it's sticking in people's throats that we've come back and we've won our first championship in 10 years. So, you know, they've been given free rein almost to invent things, you know, to blame Rangers on. Anything to take away from the fact that we've done the 55.
Yeah.
That's their problem. That's what sticks in their throats. That's what motivates all this.
Yeah, and just one of the things, I know that you do this on a regular basis, and I don't know why, but a few people didn't understand why you were doing it, but you do a thing where you take photographs of the papers so people can read them for free, and
So they don't need to buy them.
so they're not getting it, and people thinking that you were promoting them. You're doing the opposite. You're stopping people from actually giving them any funding, but at the same time, if you do want to read it, it's there for free. Yeah,
you know, it's what I mean. I've got to admit, I mean, I still prefer to read the papers rather than reading it off a computer.
Yeah.
And also, you tend to have extra stuff in the papers that maybe doesn't make it onto their websites. But I think it's very instructive to see, you know, if you follow a journalist's career, if you follow what's been said in the papers. Some people say, 20 years ago the Daily Record was doing 800,000, now it's only doing 100,000. Well, it's still 100,000 plus what's in the papers also appears on their websites.
Yeah.
So if you say it doesn't matter because their circulations have gone down, you're ignoring the reality. What I'm really wanting is a fair press.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I don't think that's unreasonable. One that contacts with reality, rather than, you know, bias and hatred, which is sadly what we all too often get. You know, people think it's just football, so you can have a free fire zone. You can say whatever you want. You can invent whatever you want. Well, not so sure that's the case anymore. You know, because fans, whether it's through podcasts like yourself or Facebook or forums, you know, creating your own media, having your own say, you know, raising your own issues and
asking questions. Yeah.
You know, it's a good way to put pressure on them, you know.
Yeah. And obviously you've edited for the fans and the forum for years, Mark, so you've got an experience of how the media works.
Well, as I think I said the other week there, when I dealt with Radio 5 and I dealt with Radio Birmingham last week, you know, it was night and day compared with Radio Scotland. Radio Scotland's output, absolutely atrocious, hate-filled, completely biased. I mean, and when I was phoned up to go on to John Beattie's show, I just said, no offence to John, but I've nothing to do with Radio Scotland. When I was on those two other shows in England, they did mention it, but then they just, you know, once you gave the answer, they just went on to the next thing. You know, it wasn't the world to stop because Rangers fans went to George Square. It's a bit like, well, if Arsenal won the league, are Arsenal fans not going to celebrate?
Yeah.
No.
Same as Liverpool fans did. Yeah.
Let's face it, if they won 10 in a row, that would have been.
Well, they did it for the Scottish Cup final.
That's it.
Yeah. So the so you've got this what would be with other clubs a one-day wonder, whereas is turning into a fortnight of abuse.
Yeah. So Mark, just to change it a wee bit of the subject, you obviously get access to Ibrox for Thursday night's game. What's your thoughts on it? You're looking forward to the match. What was your thoughts on the game last week, Thursday night? I thought it was a fantastic game of football. What was your thoughts on how it went?
Yeah, I thought it was a great game of football. Most of the games we've had in Europe this year have been fantastic. Obviously, they're a dangerous team. For the first 25 minutes, I thought we struggled to contain them. They were doing well, and then we kind of get in their stride a wee bit. So I'm sure that on Thursday night they will have periods of the game where they control it.
Yeah.
What I wasn't too happy about was some of the chances they had. On another night, they could have easily been about 3 up before the time we scored. So that's me looking at the negative. On the positive side, then obviously we did win. I tend to be very negative and nervous about these things.
We drew.
And after
we drew.
And after, sorry, I'll be with my you felt like I win. And it gives us the away goal, so there you go, that's as good as I win.
Yeah, it's true. Just on the away game, Mark, yeah, I've said on the show tonight, and I've said it on Facebook, I believe that McGregor's save was possibly the greatest goalkeeping save you'll ever see, or you've ever seen. What's your opinion on the save?
Oh, it was fabulous. I thought it was quite amusing. People were there's a famous story about Gordon Banks did his fantastic save against Pele in the 1970 World Cup.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, actually I liked Pele, but I also liked the Brazilian goalkeeper Felix, who everybody else thinks was an atrocious keeper, but being a kid at that time, I thought Felix was great. Anyway, Gordon Banks has done the save. And Radio 5 one day they had a talk about famous saves. So this guy phones up and says, I think it was Gordon Banks made that fantastic save. It was in the World Cup, it was against Pele, and he only had one eye. And the commentators like, no, he lost his eye in a car accident 10 years afterwards. Oh, he only had one eye.
That's a good story, actually, if he did.
The one I saved.
Oh, I didn't even know he lost an eye. I don't even know why we're laughing at it.
It certainly was up there with the Gordon Banks save, definitely.
Yeah. And how do you think it'll go Thursday night then?
They're a powerful team, but are they any more powerful than Benfica are?
Yeah.
So, I think after all that we've been through in the last 10 years, we've been enjoying our European nights. Obviously, for most people, it's you're sitting in your house in front of the TV watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, none of us would ever use an illegal stream to watch it.
No, never.
And so I think people are treating it as a bonus. They're enjoying it, and if we win, fine. If we lose to a better team, then it's not unacceptable. I'm hoping after the performances we put in against Benfica, who I think were a better team, that we might be able to progress. Steven Gerrard, after the first leg, he said that they'd spotted a few weaknesses in them that they hope to exploit. And
I think they've done that. I think they spotted them in the first 30 minutes of the game. I think Rangers realised that they've got weaknesses, and that's why we were better in the second half. And we were more sober.
He said he made some changes, and we certainly seemed a lot more comfortable in the second half. So
yeah,
here's hoping that him and his team have got them well sussed for Thursday night.
Aye. And just lastly, you're a kind of man in the know on it. What about the game on Sunday? That's going to go ahead, yeah.
I can't see any reason why not. You know, I mean, if you look, for instance, at Parkhead and how even just the geography of Parkhead, the way that they've had to seal it off to stop their own fans assaulting their own players and directors,
I know.
with all that Harry's fencing going up. Anybody that's wondering about Parkhead's going to stick out like a sore thumb. It's not as though it's like Ibrox where you've got a lot of housing nearby that people are coming and going to. So people, I think you'll find on Sunday that the police will be out and they'll just be sweeping the streets of people.
Yeah.
Keep them away from it. And I don't think there'll be a problem. I mean, I think as well the fact that the government's gone so mental has been a help, and that bad publicity will scare anybody that was minded to go there, whether their mob or our mob.
Yeah.
I've scared them off from going, because you're basically just guaranteed to get herded away maybe and end up in the clink for the afternoon.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. But just lastly, how do you think the result will go on Sunday?
You know what? Whenever we've been playing this year, this team just keeps winning.
True.
You know, even when we ain't been playing that well, and you're thinking, they weren't that great last week, but they won. So I'm always hopeful. The most common result in football match is 2-1. So that would certainly do us.
Definitely.
I mean, I think that there is enough quality in the squad that Celtic have got for somebody to get a better tune out of them than Lennon did. I mean, I know we all enjoy taking the piss out of them, whatever, but I think in general the quality of that team, it's been an expensive squad to assemble.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it will be, you might turn up there and it's a different team. It's maybe they will be motivated for looking at their renewal contracts or getting away from there. Their pride comes into it. Kennedy is acting as the manager, so you could go there and find that you've got a far tougher game than you've had in the past.
What do you think of the? Sorry, Mark. What do you think of the Guard of Honour? Do you think it will be done?
No, I wouldn't want it done either. I think it's completely the bollocks.
I know.
I did, just to blow my own trumpet here, I did do an article about it on Follow. It was a thing that Rangers did for Celtic way back in the 60s when they got to, I think it was a semi-final of the Cup Winners' Cup. And it was just a spontaneous thing that the players did, and clapped them onto the pitch.
Yeah. And
the cliche is that they clapped them onto the pitch and then played them off it, and they get papped it in the next round. So it's something that happened in the 60s. The way people talk as though this has become a tradition.
I know.
It should happen every year. I mean, it didn't happen every year. It was done once in the 1960s. Get over it.
I agree 100%. That said, I'm not against the players if we win the game, which I think we will do, doing a wee huddle in the middle of the park at the end of the game. That's a tradition we should be bringing back.
Letting off rockets and swigging from champagne bottles. I know, go the whole hog.
Jared on the middle of the park with doing a soonest with the Rangers flag or the Union Jack right on the halfway line.
You know what? All that kind of stuff sounds good. It's a bit of a giggle, but what really gets under their skin is if you do it properly, genuinely. Yeah. You win the game, you have a bit of a hurrah, and then you go and get changed and go home.
That's it.
Job done. Wipe your hands and clean your feet as you leave the ground.
Aye, 100%. Excellent. Great call again, Mark. Thanks a lot.
Talk to you later, folks.
Nice speaking to you, Mark. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Right, bye.
So
I heard, would you call him, Brendan Rodgers on the radio saying, never mind the rivalry, this should be done for Rangers, they shouldn't be...
It's a bit boring to be
fair,
nobody cares about it. But it's getting people on, it's a talking point.
A topic for people.
Because it was no football on the weekend, I think that was the main thing on it. Is there any messages with myself? No, any?
Do a Gerard dressing room. Klinsman? I don't know what that is, Tartan Gamer.
I think it means winning.
Hope it's Sunday, said Donna 1212. That save against Griffiths though, that was Gorham. I think Kloss will be a hard keeper to beat, but McGregor certainly number 2. Where are we?
There's Warren coming in. I don't know how this will sound. I'm going to try it. I need to check the volume on it. Hi, Warren.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing, mate? I'm just fixing the volume here because it was echoing earlier. Is it echoing now?
Hello.
Hello, Warren.
Hello. Hi, how you doing, mate? I'm just fixing the volume here because it was echoing earlier. It's coming back twice. I'll phone Warren on the I'll phone him. I can't do it on this. I'll need to phone him on the. I'll phone him on this. Why does it?
Warren, I will phone you on his phone.
It's the only way it'll work.
Can't wait for the game, says John Kiernan. Neither can I, John. Great calls tonight, Donna.
That the boy for the army. We'll get him in the future.
Yes. RFC 55. Stay away from the piggery bears. Make them all talk about 55 instead. I agree with that. He's not. No.
Well, I'm phoning you just now, mate, on this because I need to phone you because something happened with the settings tonight. We were running late just because of the backdrop, so we're getting this offer that we had.
Anybody's interested in these figures at the back, get in touch on the page.
The standalone Rangers images are different players.
Any player you can have these ones within 48 hours, but any other player you
we'll
can have
in the future.
You can still get any player.
The Gerard one's bigger. If you want a bigger size, there's two sizes. There's that size and there's a 6 foot one.
6 feet one. I think that one's run about.
Warren's not listening to me. I'm trying to get him on the Facebook, but he's no. I can't answer it on that because we'll not hear him.
Do you want to call him on my phone?
Aye, do that then.
Sorry guys, this has to be done this way.
Just until I fix it tonight.
Contacts, Warren.
Aye, so if anybody's wanting them, or the champagne stickers, you buy the pack and you've got your bottles of champagne for the end of the season.
Yeah, Warren Raven.
Scottish Cup final or whatever, or how far we get in the Europa, but the cup, the stickers are there for you. We've also got these.
There you go.
We've got loads of them. The supplier is absolutely fantastic material as well. It's no plastic and it's no paper. It's really good quality. So.
Hello, sir.
There we go. Hello there. How you doing, Lauren? We've got to do this way.
I've been on Zoom after Zoom after Zoom tonight, so I'm only catching up with you guys. Listen, a great call again from Mark, superb. And I only heard a wee bit of what Gordon was saying, but really interesting stuff, guys.
Yeah.
Very, very relevant to what's happening. You know, I mean, what happened in George Square, and you can't stop people celebrating. I'm sorry, but people are waiting 10 years to celebrate this. You cannot stop that happening. No matter how many times we call for it. And I do appeal to every Blue Nose and Rangers fan who's on tonight to understand this weekend we are better staying at home and keeping ourselves safe and keeping our families safe. You know, I've got my 55 scarf and my 55 bunting and my 55 flag, so I'm going to be putting it out anyway. I don't care what the neighbours think. So no, but I'm saying it was very relevant, and this whole thing with politics and the media need to stay out of it. Plain and simple. You know, they're not impartial. They're quite openly supporters of the enemies of everything that we stand for. You know, here in Northern Ireland, they're even worse again. You know, so we call the BBC over here the Biased Broadcasting Corporation because you never get a fair deal with them. I mean, I was at a socially distancing celebration that Toddy put on at the Larne Rangers in Boyne Square, and I have to say it was superb. I didn't stay very long, but what I saw, everything was very well organised. People wearing masks. It was so well done. So it can be done, you know. So I appeal to people, if they are going to celebrate, do it the right way. Yeah. Because you're only going to bring shame upon your family and bring shame upon the club. You know, the scenes that we've seen in the Shankill Road and George Square, we really don't want that happening again. You know, because it will just make our club look not right. And the fact of the matter is, we should be celebrating. We should be totally over the moon with everything. But we also have to remember we are still in the middle of a pandemic that's killing people, including our fans and our friends. So we have to be measured on it. So that's it. So I'm only on for a few minutes, and just to say hello to everybody.
and a couple of people private message me and says, "You're not on the night." And I'm like, "Well, I will be once I get my orange business over and done with."
Very good.
And I have to say, I've been working quite well in the last couple of weeks here with our good friend Kirky, and appeal to people. I know it's not Gers related, but appeal to people that the Central or the County Grand Lodge of Glasgow are bringing out a booklet on the 12th of July, and anybody who's interested in my talks and stuff, there is actually a little bit from me in it, and also another thing from my father and his committee on the centenary of Northern Ireland. So I'd appeal to people to buy the booklets and help the County Grand Lodge of Glasgow to make sure that they get the money in. So as I say, but listen guys, I'll be on again next week, and thanks everybody for contacting me, and everyone's asking about my health and everything else. I'm doing well, I'm back to work, and I'm looking forward to Thursday night. I'm looking forward to Sunday.
Very good. So am I, Warren. Can't wait.
Cool. Cheers, pal. All the best.
So guys, you look after yourselves, keep as I say, let's do our social distance, let's have our party, let's celebrate. I mean, let's not let the SNP and Sinn Féin and anybody else out there who wants to, stop us from celebrating. Let's celebrate, but do it in the right way,
Yep, definitely, Warren.
People want to do videos and stuff and put them in. I'm sure our technical team would be able to put them up and, show everybody celebrating, because it is worth celebrating.
But it was a good video out there of the Indian family.
We can't let
the colours.
well, that's it. We can't let people also make this into a damn squib. This is a massive event for us as fans.
Yeah.
We're waiting for it too long. We need to celebrate, but in the right way.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Look after yourselves.
You too,
If
Lauren.
anybody needs me, you know where to get me. Talk to you soon.
Speak to you later.
God bless.
Bye.
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 I think what I'll say with the night is it's kind of proved that I know a lot of people are traditionally they like the Facebook.
Ah,
I'm
you
kind
know.
of old style. I like, but I don't like change. I'm the world's worst for change.
Yes.
I still have record players and
And
things
yet
like
it's
that.
been no bad numbers, although we've not had Facebook.
We're just short at 100 the whole night,
Yes.
right? So we probably could get away with just pushing it for a couple of weeks and just staying on YouTube. Because we'll go to a point where the YouTube isn't going to do us any favours.
I know.
So guys, we might have a wee decision tonight to make. Do we just stay on YouTube?
Just stay on YouTube.
Bear with it, because if we go to YouTube, one of the numbers, I mean, see the last 3 shows that we've done, the last 5 maybe, but the last 3.
Last 3 definitely.
No, the night's one obviously because of the technical issues, but the last 3 shows, but it's been in the space of 3 to 4 days, hit 25,000 and end up hitting 30 on the YouTube and the Facebook pages. So loads and loads of people are watching us. It's getting bigger all the time. This week, that might be a point where we say we'll just go to YouTube and.
And funny enough, there's not been a lot of Celtic supporters on our page.
I've not seen them anywhere.
They've not been, and nobody's seen them. Have you seen them? Because they're not on our page, and they're usually here. They're usually stalkers, guys.
That might be the plan in the future, and there's loads in. We'll keep the YouTube no matter what. John Kiernan's asking.
Yeah,
but I think we'll get rid of the Facebook.
Definitely.
I think that's going to be the plan. We'll get rid of the Facebook, keep it on the YouTube, and put the links on the Facebook because it's letting us down too many times. Basically, if somebody makes a complaint, they can get their show banned and all that, and it's childish stuff.
And the headquarters is in Dublin, so this is why we're getting big problems.
That's why we're getting problems. But it was some great calls tonight. We can't take in any actual calls because they're coming into the system and there's a screen as an output at the same time as an input.
Stay on YouTube, guys. I tell my bears too.
Aye, if you should just keep liking and sharing it. We're going to have this stuff for a wee while now. This is all your
Hey John,
stuff.
you've just joined us, right? We've got champagne labels.
You buy the champagne
You
and
get
stick them
8,
on it.
buy the champagne and get them, put them on it. There's 8 of them, and they've got the beer bottles. You get 16 of them ones. So they're selling. We've got them, and we've got these figures at the back. Is also the cup, guys. We've also got that. Anybody's interested, get in touch with us. Just message the page and I'll get back to you. We also have the stickers, these big stickers.
This sticker just goes straight on your wall and it stays on your wall.
It's straight on the wall.
Or your vehicle if
There
you've
we
got
go.
a van or a car.
And they're heavy duty, they're waterproof.
If you're in the UK, you'll get this stuff within 48 hours.
I'll get it out to you. And we've got the hardback one. There we go.
But we're not selling the champagne. Aye guys, we're not selling the champagne, it's just the label you buy because we would need a see anything that we do, people complain about us all the time. And
I
if
know
we
it's
done,
amazing, guys, how much complaints.
people complain about you name it. Honestly, Simon's got a white shirt on, a white, you know. If we sell the labels, we don't need a license. You just buy the label, buy your own champagne. That's the champagne I've got with the McCoy signature on it.
So we just
I
put
just
a label
reversed
on
that
that
there.
to show you guys.
And that's for the Minute celebrations. But that's all you do. We'll give you the labels and you buy the champagne.
So message the page and I'll get back to you guys.
We've got loads of the stuff. We just got this. The organisers got in touch with you the day last minute. And
So that's
from
how it
there-
happened an hour before the show.
Aye, and as I said, another wee shout out. I can't name my name because the guy said 3 death threats in the last week or something. But the boy that flew the plane last week, my pal, can't name his name.
He's all chuffed at his planes.
He's
in
on the
this.
picture, but he flew the plane out of the Paradise last week. He's a massive Rangers fan. All the best, mate, and enjoyed it. Maybe see some more in a couple of weeks' time.
Colin Lamy, just message the page and I'll get you for there. I can't
Aye.
put anything
We
on
can't
here.
put information on it now. We've not got time and we've got the keyboards up there. Messages right after the show and we'll get stuff to
I'll
you in the
get
next
back to
48
every
hours.
single message tonight.
And let us know. I'll take some better photos as well and put them on the feed if I can, because they look 10 times better. See these images?
The quality of them is outstanding, guys. I bought one a couple of weeks ago, and it's not as good a quality as these ones.
And that was the
These are
reason.
great
Because we weren't
quality.
going to take it on it first,
That's
and
right.
then when we seen the quality, we couldn't say no to it. Another thing is the Gerard one's bigger than that. There's two. There's a small Gerard one which is 4.5 foot, and there's a 6 foot Gerard one. And you can also get. We're going to have Arfield next season get done the new.
You can get any player, but what we were told was you can get these within 48 hours.
Aye.
The 4 players that we've got, you can get within 48 hours. Any player you want has to be ordered, but you will get before May.
Aye. So basically we'll put orders on for them, but these ones we're going to have ready. The champagne stuff and all that's ready now. The pictures are
James
ready.
Brady says that cup won't fit through my letterbox. No, but I can come and bring it to you if you live in Glasgow.
If you're in the Strathclyde area, you also show one of the pictures is a card. It's a thicker.
Aye, that one, the board, the sticker, I showed them
So
that
it's the
one.
same one, only it's thicker.
It's good, it's thick. There we go, guys. Look, it's like a foam cardboard. It's quite thick.
So if you're putting it in a frame of it, that look fantastic. This was all last minute stuff we got. People all over the world want to celebrate the 55 titles. They want to get the champagne out for the next couple of months, and this is the way to do it. Any money that we make just goes back into the show and getting it fixed. I could be doing it after the night.
I know.
It's
I
just
know.
basically profits that we get to go back in so we can make the show better and bigger every week. We just want to keep making it better. We've got so many projects that we want to get involved in. If you've got a Rangers bar or a Rangers bear hut or anything, this stuff here that we've got here is ideal for it. But let us know as well because we'd like to film it.
Aye.
Or get your pictures out and promote what
Well,
you've done.
COVID's nearly over and we can come out and visit
Come
your
out
beer
Drink,
hut.
drink some of the beers as well, innit?
I will.
Do a wee film, but you know what? It's that, and if anybody's doing any Rangers promotions or stuff like that, charity work, let us know as well, because a lot of the charity work that Rangers supposed to goes unheard of outside the Rangers family.
Where are we? Can you get a Rangers crest? No, we can't. It's see through your back window. No, I can't. We can't.
We can't
get
do
that.
anything like the official stuff now. We can't do
I
that.
can't get a Rangers crest, guys. Sorry.
You need to get that somewhere else. It's just the stuff that we've got here now. But that big thing, the big picture we've got, it's a sticker, so that goes on the water. It doesn't come off again after it.
And this plane, you see that size, pals? I'm there.
That's my pal flying it. I wonder if I'll ever see him again.
I wonder if I'll ever see him again.
Keep your eyes out, Bells.
Yes, keep watching.
So is that us? Anything else?
That's about us, guys. There's no bad for YouTube tonight.
Do us a wee
It's
favour, like to
steady.
share it for people to watch for them through the week.
Please share,
later
guys. Please get us out there because we were only on YouTube tonight, which is unusual for us.
on. Facebook's not been it's not
No
been
playing ball.
it's not been Rangers friendly, to be fair, in the last couple of weeks.
Let's get an agenda like the SNP there.
Aye, it's just look after ourselves. We'll be back to the regular show next week, possibly on YouTube, Facebook, but definitely on YouTube.
Good night, Neil Reid for Toronto.
Yep,
Glad you could
that's
join
it.
us. But never, always remember, guys, we are the people.
Always.
We had McGregor, Tavern, Goldson and Borna at the back. Alfie, Kent, Rafit and Defoe in attack. Davis, Jack, Kamara, Arfield, Hadji came alive. With Helen dead and Balogun, they won as 55. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. Oh Rangers, we love you. Not forgetting Joey boys, name we couldn't fit. Like Edmondson and Barker, we knew they'd done their bit. McLaughlin, Jones and Bassey, Bungani, Zunga, and Nico Katic couldn't play, but he's Rangers through and through. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. Oh Rangers, we love you. So Stephen Gerrard came to Ibrox along with Gary Mack, and they were set the challenge to bring the title back. The day that he arrived, Thierry ended on let's go, and now it's there for all to see. The league flags coming home. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. We love you Rangers, we do. Oh Rangers, we